Some form of the dark-eyed junco is probably familiar to everyone with a backyard bird feeder. They winter over all of the U.S. and southern Canada and are easy to watch foraging on the ground. There's great variation among different populations of the dark-eyed junco, so much so that until the 1970s it was split into 6 separate species. They may look different, but all forms sing a very similar version of a simple trill. The slate-colored form breeds in open woodlands and cutover areas, usually with conifers, from the mountains of Georgia to the boreal forests of the Arctic. It is indeed slate-colored on top, with a neatly contrasting white belly and pink bill. In the west, open forests of the high mountains, from Texas to Oregon, are home to the gray-headed form of the dark-eyed junco. Its head and belly are soft gray, and there's a reddish patch on its back. Farther north in the mountains of central Montana and adjacent corners of Idaho and Wyoming, the dark-eyed juncos sport buffy patches on their sides that earn them the name pink-sided. The dark patches, called lores, in front of their eyes, are also distinctive. All dark-eyed juncos proclaim their territories from prominent perches, and all forms have striking white outer feathers on their tails that are easy to see when the birds take off from the ground. The Oregon version breeds in open woodlands of the far west, from California to southeastern Alaska. Most birders experience the dark-eyed junco as a winter species. They're often even called snowbirds. Males, especially young ones, winter as far north as possible, probably so that they can get back to the mountains and northern forests quickly to compete for territories.
High in the mountains of southeastern Arizona lives the only other species of junco in the U.S., the yellow-eyed junco. They breed in transition and boreal zones, usually 6,000 feet or higher, in mountains from southern Arizona to Central America. Yellow-eyed juncos often spend the winter at lower elevations, but by mid-April, they're back up on the mountaintops. Females do the nest building over a period of 1 to 9 days. They usually choose habitats of open pine woodlands and build under a tuft of grass, a rock, log, or in this case, a fallen piece of bark with just the right ceiling height. The pair remains together through the breeding season and can raise up to 3 broods.